All right, in about 4 laps, we should see the all-star caution for this open race, as A.J. Allmendinger drops underneath Justin Haley for 10th place.
That's the old-fashioned slide job there.
Regan?
Mike, just an update on the 4 car of Noah Gragson, another one of those front row motorsports cars, also having some issues inside of it. Power steering is what's causing him to slide back from the 3rd place that he started.
Gragson back in 13th. Van Gisbergen and Hocevar in the transfer spots. Ryan Preece has dropped about 0.7 of a second behind Hocevar in 3rd.
This looks good on Shane Van Gisbergen, Kevin. You've talked about this last year with Logano and his bid for the championship. It all started here. It turned around. This is a good shot in the arm for them, and it can be just that for Shane Van Gisbergen as well.
Yeah, and we've seen through the years, we've seen a lot of people turn their season around from a performance standpoint. These races give you an opportunity to try new things, and when you hit on something, it can send you in a lot better direction than what you started the year with.
2 Toyotas fighting for 8th place here. NASCAR has not committed to an exact lap for the competition yellow, but we expect it at the end of lap 50.
Woohoo!
Larry.
Yeah, Mike, I'm going to stick to my guns, especially as much as the track is cooling down. When this caution comes out here in the next lap or two, I think everybody will pit, but I really feel like 2 tires, right side tires like we saw Adam Stevens and Christopher Bell do last night. I think that's the way to go, but you have to have a good handling race car to make that work. And then the bottom line is we're probably not going to go back racing until about 37 or 38 laps to go in the race possibly, or maybe about 48 laps to go.
All right, the starter has the caution flag in hand as we complete lap 50. There it is.
I'll put it out.
This is the all-star caution. Shane Van Gisbergen leading by 3.5 seconds at the break, with Hocevar in the 2nd transfer spot, followed by Preece, McDowell, and Smith.
So much riding on this. I'm nervous for him, Kev.
Well, he admitted it to us. He's a little bit nervous too, but a lot of times as a race driver, you like that. It makes you, I always found when I was a little bit nervous, didn't know what was going to happen, you just found yourself in this frame of mind that was a lot easier to focus. I know you find that hard to believe, but
I don't like the things that can take it out of your control. The things that are out of your control, and this pit opening right here takes it out of a driver's control.
My question would be, was he?
I think it is. I think the times were falling off a lot. I think 4 tires is good. Yep, copy.
That may answer the question. I was wondering, was he easy enough on those left side tires to get away with changing just 2?
Well, you have the lap times on your dash, and when he's saying that his lap times fell off more than he thought, that kind of gives you some insight into what is happening inside the car, and he's driving the fastest one.
Larry?
Yeah, last night in the heat races, the complaint across the board was my car would not turn, the front wheels are sliding. Whether it's because of the modified race or whatever, the people that are complaining about handling, they're complaining about being loose. The rear's wanting to come around. The rear tires are not gripping.
And I would say something else to go along with that, Larry, is the fact that they all probably fought tight yesterday, and some of them may have jumped the fence today, over adjusting that car, because if you're tight, you're just dead in the water.
Well, they're warming up for something. That's Team SVG right there.
And pit road will be open this time. On the leader, 2 tires or 4?
If I'm the leader, I want 2 tires because I don't want to give up that track position.
Jamie?
Bubba Wallace up 6 spots, saying he's pedaling at no right rear lateral grip. He said, let's be as quick and efficient, guys. This has been the #1 pit crew on pit road all year long, trying to make up for qualifying the other night. Let's see. Obviously, 2 tires will be the call, but Charles tonight, 4 fresh ones. It is 2, Regan.
Carson Hocevar in the 77, very, very loose through the center of the corner. Good drive off, 2 tires for him. And the 88 of your leader, Shane Van Gisbergen, it's going to be 4 tires for him. Car's really good, just kept getting looser.
Well, he's going to lose 6 spots, so that's going to be tough to overcome with all these guys that took 2 tires right there.
Exactly where I was going when I said I'm nervous for him.
Well, this changes everything. 2 tire changes near the front of the field. Will that decide the All-Star Open?
At Napa, we're the pros that know how to make your business our business. Pros everywhere you need us, with every part you need. From brake pads to stock your shop in Orange County, California.
Benny, brake pads.
To oil filters for your fleet in Orange County, Florida. It's why we built a nationwide network of parts and exceptional service, all driven by one mission: to keep businesses big, small, and everything in between moving full speed ahead.
Never know how.
The Indy 500 doesn't have a red carpet. It has bricks, riddled with oil, dirt, and 113 years of history. Pucker up.
Saturday is Baseball Night in America on Fox. 2 of baseball's best go head-to-head as Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers battle Juan Soto and the Mets. Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
Still using a poorly built shop chair? Aren't you tired of the discomfort and back pain? Meet the Viper Chair, America's #1 rated shop chair. The Viper Chair glides over any surface with large industrial-grade casters. Alleviate lower back pain with a perfectly angled backrest and sit comfortably for hours with a thick, durable seat. Viper chairs are designed for every job or anything else you love to do in the garage. Don't miss out on the biggest deal of the year. Save up to $200 on select packages, plus free shipping on orders. Shop ViperIndustrial.com.
Oof, this is kind of embarrassing. I'm Ashley here at 4 Patriots Warehouse, and we're completely overstocked. Last year, our 4-week survival kit flew off the shelves. So we told our team, make more. And wow, did they deliver. But thanks to supply chain delays, everything showed up at once. Now we're out of space and doing something we've never done before. Buy one 4-week kit, get one absolutely free. They last 25 years, taste great, and are hand-packed right here in the USA. Go to 4patriots.com. This deal won't last long.
Next week, the greatest spectacle in racing, the 109th Indianapolis 500, comes to Fox. Coverage begins 10 a.m. Eastern next Sunday.
Boy, watching that qualifying, and boys look like they're on pins and needles, Kevin. Things are flying around that racetrack.
5 studio sets, umpteen commentators, and I'm told Fox has over 600 people on the ground to present the greatest spectacle in racing.
Well, it's always a part of
or at St. Elmo's.
A great racing weekend. You start watching the F1 race, then you go to Indy, and then you watch Coke 600. So great day to be a race fan.
All right, we're ready to complete the All-Star Open.
Get aggressive. It's got to happen now.
Well, teammates, Hocevar, McDowell, then Gibbs and Wallace, Smith and Van Gisbergen. Van Gisbergen and Preece are the first with 4 fresh tires.
Yeah, you see Allmendinger back there, put him 3 wide right off the bat. Hocevar.
See the 4 tires of Van Gisbergen on the bottom. You'll see that thing have some speed through the center of the corner, but you can't wait, guys. If you wait and get this thing singled out and have to pass them one at a time, I don't think it's going to happen.
And you saw what happened with Ryan Preece there when he didn't finish that pass, and a couple of those other cars. You have to be aggressive. You've got 1 lap to do it right, and the second one you better do something to make it happen.
Ty Gibbs on the outside trying to move up past Michael McDowell into the final transfer spot.
Under left rear, barely clear.
Well, we've seen that 54 car run really well over the last month and a half and driven his way back towards the front of this race. Now Michael McDowell's got to decide what he wants to do. He doesn't want to let this thing get strung out.
Van Gisbergen and Preece are stuck behind the 38. And neither one of them can take advantage of the 4 tires and move ahead.
And that 88 car stuck on the bottom. Not only is he stuck behind the 38, he's stuck on the bottom where we're telling you don't want to be. He's going to have to get aggressive here, Kevin. You got to move him out of the way.
Preece takes him 3
it's
wide.
the only card you got. Go. He's got to take it 2 for 1 here. It's clear. Not yet. Preece on the outside.
Yeah, you saw Ryan Preece go way up the racetrack. Took him 3 wide off of turn 4, moved up the racetrack and made that pass.
He and Van Gisbergen move up, though, to 5th and 6th.
Shane's in trouble.
I think you're right. That's rare, but, you know, I think as...
Bubba Wallace on McDowell now. trying to get into a position to challenge.
Oh, a little contact there off the corner, and you're seeing.
Now watch this. This is how you're going to pass. Unfortunately, that's what you have to do. Get up there, get aggressive, and lean on them.
McDowell edges ahead. Wallace fires it into turn 3.
He sure is.
I like that move. Fire it in there. Make sure you're 3/4 of the way by him and force him up the racetrack. You've got to finish these passes quicker, and you're starting to see the desperation out of these guys.
Now Priest has gone to the bottom. He's past McDowell. He's even with Wallace.
And look at the difference in SVG's car mired back here in traffic versus out front. He drove off from this field. Get back in traffic. That thing's tight. Won't handle. What'd you do to this thing?
3 wide here. Both of Jimmy Johnson's cars, the 42 and 3, and the 38 of Zane Smith, just ran an entire lap 3 abreast. Finally, they break out of it with Nemechek edging ahead.
Oh, big contact there between Zane Smith and Eric Jones. So hard to make these cars drive forward up off the corner.
Especially when they take that exit away from you. When their car gets to your outside.
Allmendinger moving on. McDowell. Now this will be for 5th place.
And you see him driving in the corner, and that's become the preferred groove. Drive in hard, slide up in front of him.
But McDowell crosses him under.
Yeah, but he's got the preferred spot now. As long as he stays to that outside, see how he uses that bank on the outside with this banking, progressive banking, this racetrack. Here comes SVG. I want some.
So does Ty Dillon in the 10. And they're 3 wide again.
Yeah, you see McDowell have to lift. SVG was coming down the hill, and Ty Gibbs was coming up the hill.
The only way staying out on old tires works is if you can keep the track position like Hocevar out in the front.
Yeah, and that battle for second position is starting to heat up. Ryan Priest has run down Ty Gibbs. That 60 car is really strong getting in the corner, and we've seen Ryan be pretty aggressive with making those passes. See Ty Gibbs way up the hill. Priest is able to run that middle lane and hold his ground through turns 1 and 2.
Twice Ty Gibbs has been in the open, and both times he transferred into the All-Star race. Priest trying to make life difficult for him here.
Gibbs running him down the racetrack. That's an easy one for me. You run me down the racetrack, it's going to make my decision on what I do with you down in the corner a lot easier.
Well, they're door to door right now.
Door against door.
Uh-oh. Gibbs is not done here.
He is now.
Right.